Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. My name is Sid Eric, and today I'm joined by
Karen.
Karen up top and
Angel.
at the bottom, our special guest today. Thank you so much for joining us today, Angel. We're so excited to have you here.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Angel and Karen never get to podcast together, so this is a lot of fun.
May have been mentioned last week, and then I was like, maybe I should drop by.
So we're going to be discussing the episodes of General Hospital that aired from February 24th to February 28th. 19. I'm not.
1999.
2025. I mean, roll the credits and we'll chat. All right. Well, we'll start right off with Monday's episode. So Sonny meets with Gio and gives him money for his upcoming school trip. Later, he goes to GH to check on Laura, and he tells her that Lucky's going to be okay. Trina goes to Bobby's because she and Carly are concerned about Jocelyn. Jocelyn apparently lost her phone, or did she trash it? I forget.
They took it.
They took it. Well, they took it, but did she say she broke it, or did she lose it?
She said, I don't know if she said the same story twice. I know she did say she couldn't find it to Trina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That she was going to buy a new one. And then I think she told Carly she broke it.
Right. And then later, Josh finds out from Felicia that Jason has been brought in for questioning regarding Cyrus's disappearance.
Mm-hmm.
At the PCPD, Jason tells Anna that he has an alibi and that he did not kill Cyrus and that Drew is his alibi. Dante delivers the news to Alexis, Christina, and Molly that Cyrus is the one who killed Sam, and that was very sad. And I love those scenes a lot.
Me too.
Yeah, Rick and Ava knocked boots finally, which is great.
It's the classic morning scene where they pull back and they're in bed together, and you're like,
Yes, that was fun. That was a nice.
Didn't it just end with a kiss that last week?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I was like, wait a minute, they kiss, and then
Step 1, kiss. Step 2, full on relationship.
so 2 knock boots.
That's how it works. Later, Rick goes to see Alexis, who looks distraught, of course, because she just found out that Cyrus killed Sam, and he comes to her, and I love that scene so much. It was so beautifully acted by both of them. The resistance and the eventual Alexis giving in to give him a hug, that was just, it was amazing. It was so good.
You can imagine in her head, she was just like, 5 more seconds, and then we go back to hating each other.
Right.
Like, I will allow this.
Just in this moment, I need you, and then in like 5 minutes, we're back to being enemies.
Mm-hmm.
But it was great. I really liked it. So Nina goes to see Drew at his new house with Willow. Maxie is there decorating, and she shows Willow around the house. This is when Drew accuses Nina of being jealous of her own daughter.
Gross.
Yeah.
Also, can we just point out that Maxie's outfits this whole week have been beautiful?
Yeah.
She looked incredible all week.
Oh my gosh. And then like the whole Drew thing, I'm not a fan of Drew. I'm sorry.
We talk about this every week. We hate Drew.
Oh, good.
I think Cameron's doing an incredible job.
Oh, yeah, he's doing great.
He is.
He's a wonderful actor. He's amazing. Every time Drew's on the screen, I want to throw something at my television.
Yes. I agree. I've been watching Cameron Madison for 20-some years now with all my children as Ryan, and this is the performance of his career. It really
he's killing it. He's killing it. Every week, he is worse. And he's like a cult leader to Willow. And it's like, it's so manipulative every day.
He spawned into Shiloh. He really did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. So as Willow and Drew are leaving to go pick something up, he gets called into the PCPD, and he goes into the PCPD, and he's asked to corroborate Jason's alibi, which he does not. He lies and says that Jason was not with him, and he doesn't know why he's making this up.
He also used this as an opportunity to push Willow further away from anyone who loves her.
Yes.
And
I'm the only one telling the truth. Everyone else is lying. Yeah. And then he used it to kind of pull her into moving into the house with him. He is so shitty.
Oh, yeah. I agree. I felt the same way. And the scene was just like, and Carly lays into Willow, which I loved as well. And she's like, how can you not see who this person really is? He's standing right here. I know who he is. Like, I love him.
Oh my God.
And then she's like, Drew, get me out of here because this woman's being mean to me.
Carly's like, Drew is a lying liar who lies. What the heck?
He's being mean to me. I need to go.
When is Willow going to be out from under her spell?
When she finally gets therapy.
Yeah.
Look,
or she finds out about Nina.
He must have been, you know what? Should I say this on the free feed?
You want to say what you want.
That must have been some really good sex they had in the nursery because
oh yeah.
I'm keeping it maybe PG TV 14, but because she's been under his spell.
Okay.
Hey, it might be the sex. Who knows?
It could be. It's got to be something.
There's got to be something going on that's keeping her hooked, other than the fact that Drew's manipulative.
It's so obvious from the outside of it. It's crazy because every character can see it except Willow and Chase. Everyone else is like, this is insane. And Willow and Chase is like, do whatever you need to do, Willow, because you're the mom. And Will is like, I love being in a cult. Cults are my favorite. I love it.
Right. So also Nina wants Maxie to give her the combination to Drew's new safe so she can get the goods on him. So maybe we'll have to.
I feel like Maxie's like, don't even bring me into this. I don't even. She's going to give her that combo. You know she is.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Carly goes to see Brennan, and she isn't sure where things stand between them. Later, Josh shows up and tells Brennan that she is going to confess to killing Cyrus. Brennan assures her that Jason won't go to jail for this, and he's because nobody's ever going to be found. He then asks her again to join the WSB. Josh and him discuss this, and it turns out it's something that she really wants because she wants to honor Dex. So I really like that scene a lot. Yeah. I think that him convincing her to join the WSB and her reasoning for doing it was great. And I love the interaction between the two of them as well. And this is where Chris McKenna settles in the role of Brendan for me in those.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah. I think it solidified his position in the role as the character. And also maybe this is enough time for people to get over the fact that like we had to do a recast because the actor wanted to leave the show, like Charles wanted to leave. And I think he's been intensely good this entire week. And I love this scene. I love this scene because I love the WSB. Because I'm in the 80s and the WSB is everywhere.
Yes, absolutely. Brenner tells her that she is leaving immediately. So Jocelyn is on her way out.
To spy camp.
Girls. Yes, to train. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to spy camp.
Okay, so Selena comes to GH and tells Brad that he is resigning and he is going to return to work for her to repay his debt from the whole Cody debacle. Portia then intervenes and asks Selena to leave the hospital. Brad later meets with his aunt at were they at the Portrait Grill or the Savoy?
I think they were at the Savoy this time.
Savoy. Okay, I think you're right. I think they were at the Savoy. And he gives her leverage against Portia regarding the Heather Weber test results and in exchange for his debt being paid off. So,
loved it
too.
I love that she speaks. Okay, I don't know what language. Is it Korean or is it Chinese or is it Japanese? I forgot.
I think you're Korean.
So I like
I'm not going to comment because I did not know.
Yeah, I like that she spoke Korean, and then Portia was like, "What? What did you say?"
Yeah, that was funny.
I really liked it because I think they're doing a smart thing here where they're turning the adversarial nature of Portia and Brad into something that could end up being a team up.
Yes.
And I like the idea of them being enemies to friends. I think it would be really funny because, like, you know, obviously Brad's an opportunist, but this was a really funny scene, and Portia did save him in that scene. Of course, he then gave Selena the information, but he's trying not to hold on to Lucas.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he was with some
He's
Lucas.
really looking forward to this.
You blame him?
I don't blame him. I mean, I think so. As somebody who watched As the World Turns, I think Van Hansis got so much better. Not saying he wasn't good on As the World Turns, but his acting has improved immensely since As the World Turns. Because you would think, I mean, he was acting. He was on Eastsiders, but I didn't see Eastsiders, so I'm thinking like he got trained between As the World Turns, Eastsiders, and GH now, and he's just been so good. And I want to see him be nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah, I never seen As the World Turns, so I have no idea. But yeah, I think he's great as Lucas. I really do. I really like him a lot.
Derek and I are constantly saying that we're ABC soap people, and we're like exclusively ABCers, but now we watch The Gates.
Yes.
We're branching out.
Yeah, we got what's it called when you like betray your
network?
Yeah, we betrayed our network. Yeah,
I have network loyalty. Come on, if ABC came out with a new soap tomorrow, I'll be all over that thing.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
if they did,
I would love it. ABC, come on, renew One Life to Live.
Yes.
Come on, new soaps.
Just smush All My Children, whoever's left from All My Children, back with anyone who's left from One Life to Live, and it'll just be a Pennsylvania soap. We'll just rename it.
Philly. There we go.
Okay, so I want to talk about this. So Trina and Kai had a little moment. Trina was on the ladder and she fell, and then she and Kai share a kiss. I don't know if you guys remember this, but they did the exact same thing with Spencer and Trina. It was a throwback to that. So I was very upset about that.
Oh,
yeah, I was like, I love Spencer.
I forgot all about that.
It was like a copycat moment, and I didn't really like it. And I don't like Trina and Kai to begin with, so this was kind of disrespectful, in my opinion, to the Sabrina fans.
I did not remember that, but now that you pointed out, ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the GH Wiki does not say what Selena Wu's ethnicity it is, but it says it could be Chinese, Korean, or Vietnamese.
Yeah.
So narrows it down a little bit.
Yes.
It just says Asian American.
Asian American.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about Brooklyn and Chase. Chase catches Brooklyn off guard when he suggests that Finn be their sperm donor. And I really don't think he thought this through.
No, he didn't. First of all, I was like, ew.
Give Brooklyn a baby so bad. And he's like, trying to figure out how to do it, and that's the first thing he can think of, and it's really not well thought out, as Brooklyn points
It's also a bad genetic choice because
It
he has the genetic disposition towards alcoholism, and it's just not a good choice all around. Obviously, right after the whole Molly Christina scenario, which is brought up, he was just like, I want the baby to be related to me and to be related to you, and I have a brother, and that was the end of the thought process.
Yeah, that was it. He didn't even think about it.
He got talked out of it like within 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Tracy serves Drew with cease and desist papers, forcing him to drop the Quarterman name. Gio steps in, and he is not happy about this. He ultimately thinks it's going to hurt Scout.
Mind your business, guest in the house.
I kind of agree with him, though. Like, I think that it would hurt Scout, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I care?
Okay. I mean, he has the Scout factor, but then also Drew is like literally dragging the name to the ground too. He should go back to Kane.
Also, Scout should go to McCall to honor her mother, who raised her instead of her deadbeat dad, who does not. So her name should be McCall, and she should match her brother.
Yeah.
Scout, Kane, McCall.
And also, Drew has no intentions of letting those children all stay together. He's been awful about it. He was awful to Jason's face about it. So why does he need the name Quartermain if he's like, he doesn't need it? The only reason he took it was because he was running for office and he wanted to trade on the name. So I'm with Tracy on this. And I know a lot of people are like, that's mean and it's going to hurt Scout. You're not a Quartermain. Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care what happens to Drew. I was worried about Scout. I don't really care.
Now it's not even on the canvas yet. She's going to come, like, she's going to be aged up, and then she's going to come back, and she's going to be all messed up. And Tracy's going to be like, you can keep the Quartermaine name. This was never about you.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so I want to pivot back to the PCDB for a second. Diane gets Jason released on bail.
Of course.
And of course, I knew that was going to happen really fast.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this ADA. I really like her. Like, I think
I do.
What's her name?
You do? You like her? I thought it was funny when Anna was like, he's telling me all these things. And the ADA goes in and he's like, I'm not saying anything without my lawyer present.
Yeah.
And then she starts asking questions. She's like, no comment. And she comes out and Anna's like, oh, what is he not saying anything? Because he said stuff to me.
Yeah.
And I loved that. So yeah, I like her.
Yeah. She reminds me of Jessica from 1993 that we're watching now. She's the assistant district attorney in 93. She
It reminds me of the 1993 girl.
She does. They look
The
alike.
new ADA will turn out to be named Jessica because they're just like,
Yeah.
General Hospital loves to reuse old names.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so Lucky wakes up with GH and Lulu's at his bedside, and I really like those scenes a lot. I love that when they show their brother-sister bond and
Yeah,
how protective he is of her. I really like that a lot.
I thought it was cool because they didn't do the stupid thing where they go, how are you feeling, bro? I'm good, sis. Instead, she's like, hey, stop stealing the limelight. I need it. It's for me.
Right. I know.
And I was like, that's real siblings because I have two brothers and that's how we would talk to each other.
Yeah.
Be like, you're annoying. Get out of this bed.
Yeah, I always loved Lucky and Lulu's brother-sister relationship. And this scene shows exactly what that is, and it was great.
Yep.
So later, Liv comes in and gives Lucky a little kiss, which is supposed to make up for the fact that Guy Wilson and Rebecca Hurst had their kiss on air the week before. So I guess we'll take it.
I'm taking it. It was hot.
It wasn't even a little kiss. It kind of lasted for maybe like 30 seconds to a minute. It was like,
She was like, welcome back, Jonathan.
Welcome back. Sorry, I kissed your replacement for a minute.
Doppelganger. It was funny. You can tell they're very comfortable with one another. And this was, it was very sweet. I'm very on board with this considering like I hated Lucky by the time he left the series the last time. Because he was like on drugs and cheating on her and horrible. And then he came back and you're like, yeah, I remember how much I love these guys.
Yeah.
They're so cute. I want them together.
Yeah. So Laura finds out that Lucky is awake and rushes to the hospital. Sonny offers to go with her. And I also actually like the scenes with Sonny and Lucky as well, where he says that he heard his father's voice and told him, the cowboy, it's not your time yet. That was really nice. That was a nice throwback.
I think it's really sweet. It's a nice throwback to their relationship in the early 90s.
Yeah.
I still hate Sonny.
Yeah. Goes without saying.
But I respect that they have a very close relationship.
Yeah, and I feel like Laura's kind of coming around to Sonny too.
I hate that.
I know.
I like that. I like that she oh my god, she shaded him the heck out of him in the 90s.
Right. Yeah, she did. She always did. She did not want him around because Laura was trying to get out of the mob. That was the whole point of them coming back, was to make the deals with the mob and get out of the mob. And then here's this guy who they were setting up to take over the mob. And then Luke was supposed to step aside and never deal with this guy again. So Laura hated him and was always wary of him. And then, like, I don't know, Stockholm syndromed her way into being friends with him. And now they act like they've been best friends forever.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Laura would tolerate him over Sidwell, though, for sure. Would rather have Sonny.
Yeah, but that's exactly what Jordan said. The devil you know versus the devil you don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Very true. All right. So at Charlie's, Trina confides in Stella about Kai, and Carly is having a drink with Brandon at the bar. And Carly and Trina talk about Joss going to Easter Island on her trip abroad. It was Easter Island, right?
I don't know. It was some made up vacation for like poli-sci majors. It was like environmental science or something.
Yeah, but she technically dropped out of school.
And they're both, oh my God, it's so great for her. And I was like, spy camp.
And then they cut to Brendan's face where he's like, yeah, I know it's really
camp.
I know where she's at.
Can we watch a montage of Jocelyn being trained by Frisco Jones? Can we make that happen?
Oh my God, that'd be so amazing.
That'd be awesome. So great. Like, I'll get a whole bunch of Roberts there. It's like a WSB Island.
Mm-hmm.
And like they teach you how to drink scotch, and like shoot weapons and be a spy.
Yeah. Okay, so Karen, I'm gonna need your help with this scene because I might have missed something.
Okay.
So Martin arrives at the Q's and demands that Tracy drop the cease and desist against Drew. He's threatening to expose something about property lines and Edward and Lila. What was that all about?
So he says that the property line of the Quartermaine estate is actually 20 feet extended from where the markers are.
Mm-hmm.
The Quartermaine crypt happens to be within that area. So what Martin's threatening Tracy with, is that they will redefine the borders, and she will have to dig up her mother and father and her brother and all the other dead Quartermaines and relocate them. And this is absolutely a bluff. And Tracy's like, I call your bluff.
Right. And then Lulu shows up and asks him about Valentine, and Tracy and Lulu are both certain that he is hiding something about Valentine. So
yeah. I also want to point out in real life, if you had taken that 20 extra feet of land and no one had contested it in X amount of time, and we're talking about 20, 30, 40 years now, it would be your land at that point. They'd have to fight really hard to get that land back. So Tracy probably knows that because she's been raised by Edward. So she was not even going to entertain that idea. And she's like, no one would ever make me dig up my mother. Come on.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Lila Quartermaine was the greatest human being that ever lived. And no one in that town would want anything to happen to that woman's resting place.
Yes, I agree. Brooklyn confides in Lois about what Chase was thinking about doing. And Lois continues to get more and more concerned that Brooklyn's going to want to find her baby, which is
she's visibly uncomfortable.
A few doors down.
I don't know where your baby is.
Right here. Meanwhile, Chase also confides in Dante that he made a mistake, and he's afraid that Brooklyn is going to not turn against him, but like be,
Well, they talked about the whole idea of Finn, and Dante's like, buddy, here are all the real facts about what you just said. That is so dumb. Dante has moved into his voice of the people era, where he's just like, guy, that's dumb. Don't do that.
Yeah.
They've gotten very close. Like, I know they were friends at the station because they were coworkers, but now they're basically besties, and I love it. I'm living for it.
Yeah, I like it too. It's a shame when the whole Geo thing blows up. That might not be the case.
Well, I think that's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
They're going to make you love them together as friends, and then they're going to blow up their world.
Yeah, exactly. And they can take their time with that. I'm not ready. I don't want that to happen. Like, you can drop it if they want. I don't care. All right.
We're like, no, our friends must stay friends.
Yeah. All right, so we'll talk about what happened at Bobby's. Alexis and Molly are having breakfast at one table. Christina and Sonny walk in, and they say hello, but then they go to another table. Meanwhile, Rick and Ava come in, and things just go awry from there. Ava says that she and Sonny are in a good place, and she's going to prove it to Rick, so she goes up to their table with Christina, and she and Ava start arguing about her baby that she lost. And Molly's literally right over there. And did you notice that Molly just kind of dipped out in the background?
I need to handle something.
Okay, Angel, I talk trash on Christina every week. What did you think?
Oh yeah, this is a safe space for me.
What did you think of Christina's rant at Ava? What did you think of that?
Okay, so I'll start with this. Ava should have known better than go over there.
She does not.
She doesn't. But at the same time, Christina needs to get over it. Rick was right. She needs to go to therapy.
Like Rick said, which I was about to say, Rick does lay into Christina and tell her she needs therapy, which I love.
Does he not lay out every little fact like perfection? He's just like, you're crazy. It didn't happen the way you said it did. And if it did, it's your fault. Why are we still doing this? And I was like,
doing this? Why is it like this? This is not your baby. It was supposed to be Molly and TJ's baby.
Right.
I love that he does that every time because I feel like Alexis lets it slide because what's the point? The baby has died and she doesn't want to cause any more stress. But how much stress must that cause Molly every time that she doesn't deny that it was Christina's baby? It was supposed to be Molly's baby, and Christina was going to steal that baby.
Right. And that's why she did that, because she didn't have time. She didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
And also I think she had to talk with, she had to babysit Danny or something.
She was picking up Danny, but I think that was more of an excuse to get out.
Yeah, it was an excuse. Yeah.
I don't think she wanted to hurt Alexis's feelings about how she doesn't want to be in the middle of all of this anymore.
And she didn't want, and she didn't hear Alexis defend Christina again, because if she had, it would have been bad. She would not have been like that.
It would have been bad. So I think she made the smart choice to Irish goodbye that entire scene.
Yeah. Yeah. But there was an earlier scene with Christina and Molly after they found out about Cyrus, and they were talking in front of Bobby's. And I don't think that like Molly should be so like cordial to Christina. I feel like I would just be like, no, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want anything to do with you. Like,
no, I probably never would have spoken to Christina again after she called the baby Adela during the court hearing. That would have been it. I would have been like, this girl does not care about me or any of my thoughts and feelings. And then that would have been reinforced during when they found out that Sam had been murdered, and Molly tried to handle it the way she handles things through the law. And Christina had a fit and told her how to feel again. I would have been like, I have made the absolute right choice to never speak to this woman ever again. And I would have moved on with my life, because Christina continuously is selfish, self-centered, and narcissistic.
Yes, absolutely. I'm with you.
And it didn't start with Kate Manzi. It started before. Iteration of Christina.
Oh yeah, it did.
And they could have had a really good time with that. They could have given her like ADHD or something, or an empathy issue, or or borderline personality disorder. They could have given her a diagnosis in line with her behavior, and then done a hospital storyline about her getting therapy and made it interesting. But instead it's like she has the same kind of view of the world that Sonny has, where everything is either for her or against her, and there's nothing in between. And like Molly is constantly in a position where if she does not kowtow to Christina's beliefs, she's the black sheep of her family.
Yeah.
She's the Rick of her family right now. And that's why Rick is so supportive of her.
Yes. And he even accuses Alexis of taking Christina's side again over Molly.
Because she does.
And she does. And
she can't see that because she's in it, you know? She can't see it. She sees herself as supporting both daughters equally, but that Christina's fragile. And she needs more help. And she needs more love.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about the whole deception debacle at the Metro Court.
Can we start with how beautiful Lucy Coe looked in that cobalt blue dress?
She did look great.
Lynn Herring is my favorite of all time, and I will always say that she is gorgeous.
Lucy Coe just like stays looking fabulous.
Her ages either. She looks exactly.
No, she doesn't. She looks the same way she did when me and Tommy were watching Port Charles. So.
She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. She's always been beautiful. I love her character. She brings a lot of light and love to the show. She's so much fun. And there's no difference in this, because she was amazing as usual.
And it was a crime that she was off the show for so many years. It was like 7 or 8.
I may be biased, but
yeah, I was so glad when she came back. Whenever that was, like 2012, I think it was.
I was glad she was back, but I was a little sad that they never really addressed her relationship with Kevin after Port Charles. They just said it was over. They kind of implied she was in the Nut House for a while, like whatever. Maybe she was in, what's the one that Laura was in? Shady Brook.
Ferncliff.
Ferncliff. Thank you, Ferncliff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Ferncliff. Yeah.
Shady Brook on my children.
A, B, C. Anyway, back to the deception.
Yes. So Maxie, Lucy, and Natalia.
I'm so sorry, Ava.
Sorry, Ava LaRue.
We love you, Eva.
Your character's horrible.
We don't like Natalia. I'm sorry.
LaRue, every time I'm like, bleh.
The way I wanted her to play Maria in this show.
Oh, I hate Maria, to be honest with you.
No, that would have been better, because then make Blaze her daughter.
Erica Kane supremacy.
Yeah,
Well, it
yeah.
would
And
be
then
really
they even
funny
mentioned
if
Erica
Susan
Kane. So
Lucci
like,
made an appearance and be like, "You look like this girl Maria."
And I hate you.
Great
You
Maria.
slept with my husband.
Her push-up bra.
Yeah. But they're meeting about this rare mineral. Erica Kane has gotten the rare mineral before they did. And
Erica Kane.
Shannon is going to roll out
Erica
this product before Deception will, and that is not going to sit well with them.
Mm-hmm.
So Sidwell has access to this mineral, and despite all the evil things that they are aware of he's doing, Natalia and Lucy eventually agree to buy the mineral from Sidwell, I guess. And then Sasha appears, and she tells them about her kidnapping and that he put her in a room with a bomb.
Carly was there too.
Yeah,
and Carly was there as well. Yeah, Carly confirmed it because she was there with her, and they still decide that they have to do what's best for Deception. And
business is business.
So do business with Sidwell, essentially.
Well, Sidwell's right. There's no court cases pending on him, so legally he's in the clear.
I like when he said that.
Yeah.
I am not being arrested. Am I being arrested at the moment?
He's such a charming little villain. He really is.
I love him.
Yeah, he's great. And he had that scene, that really awkward scene with Natalia earlier in the elevator.
Yes.
Let's also go back a little bit to him sitting at the table with, like, at the bar with Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
And like Jordan is doing the best at conning this guy into thinking that they have something going on.
Yeah.
So I loved that. The best part of that scene was when Lucy came up behind her and was like coddling up to Sidwell, and Jordan looked like she was going to break character and crack up laughing through the entire scene. And I couldn't handle it, like, because, you know, on one hand it's like, is she gonna break or is she in character as Jordan? Because both work for me. And she was just like almost giggling because of how silly Lucy is, because she came up and she's like, oh, I need help, I want to talk to you, come talk to us. And Jordan's just like, our conversation's over, and she just dips. She's just out of there.
You got another appointment.
Why is Jordan not on more? It drives me crazy. I love Jordan. More Jordan.
Yeah.
Well, her and Isaiah are working it out, so maybe we'll get more with them.
Yeah, they had a scene together too, and I was like, enjoyed that as well. Jordan,
I think the cutest when he was with Lucky, and Lucky's like, "Get me out of this bed."
Get me out of here.
And then he was like, all of my friends, he's like, all of my friends in town. And he starts listing all of his friends. And Isaiah's like, me?
Right.
And he's like, and Liz. And he's like, I'm enjoying their friendship a lot. They remind me of Luke and Robert a lot.
Yeah.
I hope that's the way they go in the direction of their friendship, because we really need that on the show. We need those buddies.
So Carly offers Sasha a job at the Metro Court, and she can stay in a room rent free. So
at Olivia's insistence.
Olivia insists on this because she thinks Sasha is being driven crazy at the Quartermaines, and she needs to get out.
Yeah, there was a whole scene with that.
Angel, tell us the scene why Sasha's so upset right now about the with Monica.
Oh yeah,
because she gave her a green sweater for the baby.
Yeah, but it's to the same school, the same boarding school that Jason and AJ went to.
Yes, that's great. Boarding school.
Wow.
So while I get it, I also think Sasha's overreacting because she's oversensitive about the baby being Michael's.
Yeah, she is.
Because the Quartermaines are trying to help in their own very special,
their own Quartermaine way.
Right.
All right. So the last thing I have to talk about is Molly and Cody. So after the whole thing at Bobby's, Molly arrives at Q Mansion to pick up Danny, but Danny's still at school, so she sits with Cody. And this is actually the first time I actually saw a spark between them. I haven't seen it yet, but this scene where they bonded was great, and I really enjoyed it. This is the first time I actually was like, okay, I could get on board with this.
Cody was cute.
Yeah,
he was really cute. And he was sweet.
He was cute, and Molly was really receptive towards him.
And when he was, you need to tell your mom, how you're feeling. Right. And then Alexis called, and he's like,
right?
Mom, tell your mom.
Yeah.
And then she didn't, and she's like, well, I have to build up to it, and he's like, It was sweet. I could get behind it if it's going to be like that.
Yeah.
If it's going to be fun, some of these relationships need to be more fun.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But you guys, Karen, do you have anything to add?
I think Rick killed it this week. If that was going to pick a performer of the week, it would be him because, well, every week it's Tracy. But like, I thought he did a good job of really just laying out Christina the way somebody needs to lay her out every day until she gets therapy.
Yeah.
Also, Drew, literally every scene with Drew is Drew using other characters to create space between Willow and her family. And Willow doesn't see it, but Maxie's starting to see it. All the people around her are starting to see that he's doing these little digs so that he can create this distance. So she will feel like the only person that cares about her is him. And he's going to start going after Nina soon because Nina is really the last person that Willow listens to. And he's going to start putting wedges. And if she says at this point that they slept together, he's going to spin that to make it work for him. And that's going to be the final link. And then she's going to be alone with that nightmare.
Yeah.
That's what I see. I don't know what anyone, how do you feel? Does anyone?
No, it works out. It's like classic cycle of abuse.
Right. Yeah. It seems very much like he's isolating her so he can get absolute control over her. There were hints of it when he talked to Martin and Martin was like, so free to be with you. Like when he's like, she needs to be free. And he's like, free to be with you. So like Martin's onto it. And it's interesting to see how vulnerable Willow is to that kind of relationship because of her early upbringing and lack of therapy. Good God, someone get Kevin in here.
But he's not with us right now.
So what? Tom Hardy's available. Go get Matthew Ashford. What's he doing?
Yes.
Kevin's beyond the gates right now. I don't know.
Yeah, he's in the DMV right now.
Yeah.
I know. We saw him in the. If you're not watching the show, he was in the preview for Monday's episode.
Yeah.
It's for next week. So he appears on Friday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a weekly preview.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I kind of watched it a little bit because I try not to watch the previews too much because I don't want to be spoiled on any of the fun surprises.
Yeah.
So I love John Lindstrom. I would love to have him actually be a psychiatrist on General Hospital again. I'd love to see it. But currently, right now, they seem to use the hospital as just a staging area for the other storylines. Which
all right. Anything else y'all have to add? Anything I missed?
Angel?
So there was a scene between Curtis and Aunt Stella that I really liked.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that. It was so good. Angel, tell it.
Now that you mentioned it. That was great.
Yeah, where he was like basically like talking because he wanted to see the congressman about Drew, and then it's like practice on me, and then like it was just a great kind of sparring scene between him and Stella.
I love that Curtis, who was Drew's best friend, is his number one op now. I think it's so cool.
It's perfect.
I love Curtis. Like Curtis has so much chemistry when he's on with Jeannie Francis. When you do Donnell and you do Laura, like you do Jeannie Francis and Donnell, and then you've got like, but their friendship is so good, and they don't use it nearly enough. And Stella, what is she in 8 Things right now? She can just show up when she's not filming.
She'll she needs to.
She's in commercials, she's in movies, she's in other shows, and she graces us with her presence, and it's always worth it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I like the way she came back at him, and she's like, this is how you would approach it, and they role played that. You're right. That was a really good scene.
And I think Curtis got it. I think he's gonna he got it. I think he's gonna outmaneuver Drew, which I'm really looking forward to.
I want him to. I think that Curtis is smarter than Drew. And he's got more integrity than Drew has zero integrity.
No.
Oh no.
And like I think that's what you get for turning on your best friend like that. He was always loyal, always.
Someone needs to outmaneuver Drew, and I hope it's Curtis. I hope Curtis is involved in his downfall.
Well, this is General Hospital, so if it isn't Carly, I don't know. Can't happen if it's not Carly.
Carly is against Drew, so I feel like this is gonna happen.
Team up.
Yeah.
I would love to see Curtis interact more with Carly directly. I think it's a shame that they don't.
I think it'd be fun if Curtis, Tracy, and Carly all brought him down. That would be so fun. But we'll see what happens.
I also like that Stella's a champion for Brad.
Yeah, he is.
She's just like, he's trying. And I'm like, is he though?
Give him some time. He's gonna come through. All right, everybody, we're going to wrap up this edition. Please join us on Patreon, where we are going to watch a clip of the week. We will be discussing some casting news and speculation. So please join us, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.